Hey, my amazing fishing family! Welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for all things angling. Today, we're diving deep into the forecast for a truly special day, the 19th of October 2025. Friends, get ready, because this day holds some incredible opportunities for those who know where to look and what to throw. We're talking about a fantastic fall bite across much of Canada, with fish actively feeding and staging for the long winter ahead. But don't just take my word for it, stick around, and I'll break down exactly why this Saturday is going to be epic and how you can make the most of it. We've got a mix of cooling waters, strong winds, and hungry fish that could make for some unforgettable catches. Now let's talk tactics for some of our Canadian favorites. First up, the magnificent lake trout. My friends, with water temperatures dropping and full turnover well underway, these powerful fish are becoming incredibly active and aggressive. On this particular day, with the water hovering around the mid-50-degree Fahrenheit range, or about 13 degrees Celsius, many lake trout will be venturing closer to shorelines and even actively spawning. So where to find them? Look for them shallow, around rocky points, shoals, and underwater humps. They'll be feeding heavily on baitfish, and their spawning activity means they're less shy. For tackle, a heavy spoon vertically jigged near structure can be deadly. Also, large swim baits or crankbaits trolled along breaking edges where the depth changes abruptly will entice a strike. My little trick? Keep an eye on your sonar for schools of baitfish, because where there's bait, there's always a laker nearby. Next, let's talk about the wily walleye. As the water transitions, walleye are on the move. In the early morning, especially if you find those slightly warmer pockets, you might find them in shallower areas. Think large, dark patterns like a big hair and copper, or a stonefly nymph fished close to the bottom. Remember, they're hungry, so don't be afraid to try slightly larger offerings than you might usually. Next, the lively rainbow trout. While some are still finishing their spawning runs in tributaries, the majority are in lakes, putting on condition after winter. On Saturday, you'll find them particularly active in the shallower bays and along the drop-offs of our larger lakes. Early morning and late afternoon will be key. They'll be cruising the edges, looking for emerging insects or small baitfish. For tactics, try trolling a small spoon or a shallow diving minnow imitation in bright colors if you're out on a boat. From shore, a float setup with a worm, or perhaps some power bait in a bright color, will be very effective. Fly fishers, try a midge pattern or a small woolly bugger stripped slowly along weed beds. With the overall active feeding trend for October, rainbows will be hitting hard. Finally, for those who prefer the salty air, let's talk about mantito pink snapper. Friends, based on reports, pink snapper fishing in October is absolutely insane in New Zealand's coastal waters. The warming sea temperatures, averaging around 15 to 16 degrees Celsius in places like Auckland, mean these fish are on the chew. Target them in sandy areas near reefs, rocky outcrops, and especially around mussel farms or structures like wharf piles. They love a bit of structure for ambush points. Your best bet will be a medium-light spinning outfit with a 20 to 30-pound braided line. As for bait, fresh pilchard, squid, or even cut baits like mackerel are excellent. For lures, soft plastics in natural colors, jigged slowly along the bottom, can be incredibly effective. Remember, a good burly trail can make all the difference, bringing those snapper right to your boat or shore spot. Fish might be a bit more cautious or less inclined to feed aggressively during the middle of the day. However, don't let that discourage you. The low light conditions associated with a waning crescent can sometimes lead to excellent feeding during dawn and dusk as fish feel more secure to venture out. So plan your trips for those golden hours when the sun is low. Considering all these factors, my friends, I'd give the big overall fishing forecast for New Zealand on Saturday, October 19th, 2025, a solid good to excellent rating. The general biological activity of fish in New Zealand this time of year is strongly positive. It's the open season for many freshwater fisheries, and fish are actively feeding to recover from winter and pre-spawn. The warming air and water temperatures are providing ideal conditions, leading to increased metabolism and hunger. While the waning crescent moon might suggest a slightly slower bite in the middle of the day, the overall spring awakening, combined with stable pressure and moderate winds, creates fantastic conditions for an active bite, especially during the low-light periods. Don't miss out on this prime early-season action. So there you have it, friends, my personal forecast for what promises to be an exciting day on the water. I wish you all tight lines and nipped tails, no scales out there. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And tell me in the comments below, what are you planning to target this weekend? What's your favorite early season bait or lure? Share your secrets and let's build this amazing fishing community together. Until next time, happy fishing, and I'll see you on the water. Pargo y mero, pesca de fondo en arrecifes. En las áreas de arrecifes y estructuras submarinas, el pargo y el mero seguirán activos. La temperatura cálida del agua los mantiene en sus escondites rocosos. Utilicen equipo de fondo con carnada viva como sardina, calamar o trozos de pez, anclando el bote cerca de los límites del arrecife o zonas rocosas. La presión atmosférica variable debido a la tormenta podría hacerlos un poco más cautelosos, pero la cercanía de la luna nueva a veces estimula su alimentación en horas crepusculares. Para el Pacífico mexicano, zona de Baja California Sur, Loreto, Los Cabos. Marlín y pez vela. Aquí la historia es diferente, mis amigos. Se espera un día soleado con cielos despejados y nubes periódicas, con temperaturas agradables entre 22 y 27 grados Celsius en Loreto y 27 a 31 grados Celsius en San José del Cabo. La humedad será más baja, alrededor del 54%. Estas condiciones son excelentes para la pesca de altura. El marlín y el pez vela estarán buscando comida en las aguas abiertas, donde la temperatura del agua se mantiene cálida, alrededor de los 29 grados Celsius. Mi consejo es salir temprano, usar el curricán con señuelos grandes de colores naturales o vivos y estar preparados para una batalla épica. La claridad del agua les permitirá ver los ataques si pescan con equipos ligeros. No olviden un buen líder de fluorocarbono y un anzuelo afilado. Dorado, maji-maji. Al igual que en el Caribe, el dorado estará presente en el Pacífico. Busquen líneas de temperatura y estructuras flotantes. Las condiciones soleadas pueden hacerlos más visuales, así que prueben con señuelos que imiten a peces voladores o pequeñas macarelas. El jurel toro también es una excelente opción para buscar en aguas medias y profundas. El 19 de octubre de 2025 nos ofrece oportunidades maravillosas, pero exige que estemos bien informados y listos para adaptarnos. Recuerden, la pesca no es solo atrapar peces, es disfrutar de la naturaleza, la estrategia y la emoción. Así que preparen sus equipos, revisen sus líneas y sobre todo, salgan a disfrutar. Les deseo a todos ni jbosta, ni cheshui, ni cola, ni escamas. Si este pronóstico les fue útil, no olviden darle un buen me gusta y, por supuesto, suscribirse al canal para no perderse ningún consejo. Déjenme en los comentarios, ¿dónde planean pescar este 19 de octubre? ¿A qué especie van a ir a buscar? Compartan sus planes y sus capturas. Nos vemos en el agua.